everybody, my name is Osa and we are playing FS19 on Oakfield Farm. And I need to figure out how to get these houses moving, so let's get that done. Engage drive and we're off. Okay, we have kids in the house today, so there will be background noise. So last week, short episode, but we did suddenly realise that we had crops to harvest, and so we got started. I've got 3 headlands done, and we're now working on the up and down the field bit.
You talking, Daddy?
I'm talking, yeah. Are you talking?
No.
Oh, okay then. So, I believe we have about half a truck of oats loaded. Although I might already have done a trip down to the farm and back or 2. Good morning in Patchwork and welcome to the stream. And the live studio, yes. Okay, we got the capacity to cut straight down the field, so I think I will do that at the next pass. We should be being followed by the Fent with a baler. So that's what the vehicle inspector tells me, so that's a good thing. Okay. Let's pick a line. It's actually not going to be a big cut through. Well, everybody's up this morning. Good morning, Hail Team. Good morning, Captain Zank. And good morning, Tayloa. And welcome to the stream, everybody. And for what is here, a dull, overcast Saturday morning. Well, not in game, but in real life. There's the class. So as best I can, I'm basically going to be expanding this and then making another cut through later. But it does mean that when we're doing it this way, the
I'm on a fishy.
oh, okay.
I want to feed it now, Daddy.
In a while.
What?
Later on.
Put it on an aisle.
Yeah.
What? Oh. I want to drive.
No. You can watch.
I want to drive.
Dude, you can watch.
I'm going to walk through this thing.
Okay, you talk. Yeah, talk through this side. Oh. And I have to drive in a straight line. Whoa.
Okay.
which I turned off the microphone, so we lost sound there for a minute. Oh dear, seriously, dude, quit this. Okay, he's got bored and gone off to do something else. He has the OCD of a goldfish, so he'll be back. But anyway, yeah, as I was going to say. So, potential foster daughter. I'll talk about that in a minute. But yes, I'm hoping I can get that section there completed before the grain tank is full. Then we will run back to the farm, because I think this is close to a full cartload. 2 of these is one for cartload. Oh, they do. That'll be interesting. Well, I won't be watching that today, or at least now, but I will check it out later on today. They did release, what was it? Valtra G mod this yesterday, which looks to be similar. A similar power range to the John Deere that they recently introduced, the 6 Series that they introduced, but Valtra compared with JD, Valtra is much smaller and therefore much more nimble. The G Series looks to be basically positioned between the Valtra A and the Valtra N. So it's not small, it's not sort of a powerful small, it's a regular range small. Looks nice, haven't played with it yet. I have activated it for this playthrough, but at the moment we are not really looking for a tractor that small, so I don't know if I'll ever introduce it. There was also a mod update on that tractor there that's pushing around a bale of straw. We may need to extricate it. Well, we'll finish off the triangle and then we'll extricate it, I guess. Oops, I shouldn't have done that. And I'll do a little bit of running around to pick up the straw that was missed so far. So we'll go down here, we'll swing it about and get the other bit. And we may then be in a good position to neaten up the baling a little. So lift that up. So, visit last week with the potential foster child went very well. She spent all day here. It was, kind of like a first date thing. It was more a case of doing stuff, getting to know each other. It was not a normal day. So we took her shopping, we went out to eat for lunch, we got takeout in the evening, we played farm sim all afternoon, or at least some of the afternoon, and that is not going to be a normal Saturday. Normal Saturday will be far less computer time, far less eating out. Oh, damn. Back up, that's back up. Oops. Okay, so we are done there. We're going to jump out, go fetch the car. It should be somewhere behind a fence. Yeah, it was something I noticed from Silver News this week. If you look on the Steam files, it looks like there is potentially 2 more DLCs. Now, one of those might be Premium Edition and not yet declared yet, although that has been declared. It may not. It may be the filler for Premium Edition, which is basically everything released so far. But that also depends on when are they. I'm just going to drive through the hedge because it's easier. When are they actually aiming to release the next version? They're going. We would normally expect a new version of Farm Sim towards the end of this year. So that we know that's not going to happen. But is there the potential that they're going to release a version of Farm Sim, say, early next year, sort of before March, April, May sort of time? In which case, no more DLC. I would not expect any more DLC after the Alpine Edition. However, if they're not expecting to release anything until, say, post-summer, early fall, the normal time that they would normally have released a Farm Sim game, potentially we could have 1 or 2 more DLCs coming out before the end, before the lifetime end. We can't say, we don't know, so everything is speculation. I did notice the Alpine Edition is coming out with some nice smaller tractors as well. Potentially something we could update our Lindner to. They're bringing out. We've got the Lindner 90 on this farm, but they are bringing out a 130 in the Alpine Edition. Maybe we'll sell the 90 and switch over to the 130. My argument has always been I would prefer to see Farm Sim do something like Dovetail Games does with Train Sim, where they upgrade the engine every year for free and produce a lot of DLC, so new map, new equipment, whatever. Now with with Dovetail, their maps are usually $30, which is kind of expensive, and their equipment is usually in the 10 to 15 range. Well, Farm Sim do the 10 to 15 range. There we go. So I wonder, they could fit that model. $25 for a new map. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so we're empty, so we can do another cut in now, which was the plan. Ease up on the throttle as we come to the end of the row. And remember that this time. So as far as future plans go with the prospective adoptive child, what we are looking at now is that's kind of wide, but okay, I picked it, we'll go with it. She's not visiting this week. She will be here for next weekend, which is the Labor Day weekend. She should be turning up Friday afternoon. Mrs. Osa will be meeting foster mum halfway to do the pickup. I'm talking.
Why are you doing those?
I'm doing those, yes. See that?
Why are you doing this one and that one?
So anyway, she'll be coming Labor Day weekend. We will be, so she'll be here Friday, she'll be here Saturday morning, although she likes to sleep in, so she may not be awake during at least the first part of the stream. She goes home Sunday. I plan to stream on the Monday as well, since it's a holiday, and I take advantage of that when I can. And then everything is up in the air. We have filled out the intent to adopt form, so we are going ahead with the adoption at this stage, and we have also applied to I'm going to clip the edge there, but it doesn't really matter. We have also applied to reopen the foster license, which apparently is incredibly quick, but that means she could move in as soon as or shortly after that is approved. But definitely after next weekend, we have to do at least one sleepover. And then, foster license could be approved within 2 weeks. It's actually that quick. Or it could take a little bit longer. As soon as that's approved, we'll have a big meeting with foster mom and caseworkers and our worker to determine when's a good time for her to move in permanently with us. In the meantime, we're then applying for adoption, to go ahead with the adoption. We had our fingerprints taken yesterday, and it's currently, due to COVID and everything else, taking 6 to 8 weeks for that to go through. So we've got 6 to 8 weeks to pull together all the rest of the adoption paperwork, submit that to the court when the fingerprints come through, and at that point the court, when we can get on their calendar, should be a fairly standard, wait for their approval. Once they approve, it's then generally 6 months before the adoption is finalised. However, if the child is in the house, so we're reopening our foster licence, that 6 months sort of probationary actually is backdated to when she moved in. So potentially November, December before we can get in front of the court, plus then it's holidays and then it's New Year, so who knows when the court will hear the proceedings, but they will hear the proceeding and say, yes, you're approved to adopt, and we're taking into account the 3 months she's already been living in your house. So we'll reconvene again in 3 months' time in order to, do the final approval thing. So that's that calendar for now. No idea, obviously the actual days of the calendar we can't say for definite at this point, but as far as everything is concerned, it's all going to go ahead. She has expressed a desire to move in with us. However, she did express a desire to move in with us when we first met, so...
I want cookies, Daddy. I got a cookie.
Oh, okay.
Daddy said okay. Yes.
So, move around all these bales. Yeah, because, what is it, on the subject of doing something similar to Dovetail Games with Train Sim is not available on console as far as I'm aware, and so it's a different model. Also, I know, at least with existing consoles, there's a limit to the number of, DLC you can download, or mods you can download before you run out of space. And you look at my old... Oops. Jump out, where did I leave the vent? Up there. You look at my collection of Train Sim stuff, and that's quite excessive, although most of it I bought during sales. But I do like the ability to buy stuff and have it in my library forever. And good morning, Kate Tigris. Welcome to the stream. Haven't seen you in a while. How is the world? So yeah, we've had, down where I live real life, we have had a lot of hot weather. The last couple of days that broke. We had thunderstorms on Friday most of the day, and thunderstorms last night. It's still dull and overcast, but there's no rain falling from the sky right this minute.
Got no more cookies, Daddy.
Huh?
Got no more cookies.
No more cookies.
Got no more.
Well, okay then you can't eat any.
I got them.
You got them, okay.
Ben got one and me got one.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So sadly, we have no more cookies. At least that's what the kids think. Me, I know we have cookies. We have lots more cookies actually, and they're hiding. Okay, that's not quite 100% full, but close enough that we'll run this load down to the farm. Oh, okay. I was looking at the vehicle inspector and it's saying I have 2 full vehicles. I'm thinking, what about the harvester? But nobody's in that driving that. Vehicle inspector only reports on vehicles that are in use with somebody inside them, whether that somebody be a helper or a player. So because I'm not in the harvester, it's not telling me how full this is. It's one of the annoying little things I have is, oh, come on, there we go. Is when I'm harvesting and I'm leaving a cart on the side of the field and I go to unload, it would be really nice to know how full the cart is, but I can't find out because the cart's stationary with its engine turned off most of the time. So it usually comes as a surprise when I'm halfway emptying the harvester tank that, oh, the cart's full, I need to go and empty it now. Who's up? Is Chris up? Chris, can you get Marky some water?
Cause not out there.
Oh, okay. Bailey?
Very out there. Very. Very, Daddy want you. Okay. Very, come in. Yeah.
Can you get him some water?
Sure.
No cookies. No, we have cookies. We have the chocolate cookies hiding in the fridge because I like my chocolate cold. But the vanilla cream cookies, which I really don't like because they leave a rather nasty aftertaste, they're all gone now. So that plan worked. Okay, back in the harvester, that should be empty. And the engine turned off while we were gone. There we go. So yeah, it looks like most of today that I'm going to be able to stream for is going to be harvesting. If we're fortunate, we might get all of the fields done. Or both of the fields, not all of them. If we're not fortunate, they'll be harvesting next week. Oh, yeah, that's usually a thing. new game comes out and new peripherals, higher power graphics cards, more memory usually goes very quickly. If you want to upgrade your PC, you do it when there's not a major game release. That's always a good plan. Quit messing with the buttons.
Look.
What are you doing?
Trying to figure how to use it.
It's on. You messed with it.
Welcome.
Yeah, you don't have to shout.
What?
You don't have to shout.
You have show.
Oh, let's hit that. That's fine. Excuse me while I check adjustment. Yeah. Okay. Need to make sure that children aren't messing with. No, leave that alone. That doesn't need to be messed with. It's in exactly the right.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show. Yeah. Ugh.
Okay. Do you have the
So-
other one?
We've got a good supply of oats. I'm hoping we make at least enough money to purchase half of the beet harvester.
That's mine. My shoe.
Shh.
That's mine. My shoe. Fine. You can have it. Don't take other people's stuff.
It's obviously obviously I'd like as much money as possible in the bank before we start the beet harvest, because we are going to have to buy the beet harvesting